Hey you guys, it's Abby here. Today I thought that I would tell you guys about some of the encounters that I've had with K-pop idols. I have had quite a few. I'm finally doing a vlog for you guys to tell you all about my celebrity encounters back in the glory days, the heydays of K-pop. So the first idols that I actually met were Amber and Victoria from FX and Min and Suzy from Miss A. So that's a bit of a longer story, so I'll save that for the end. Stick around. But in the meantime, I'll give you guys a couple stories of me being awkward with celebrities. Most of them are from the whirlwind trip that I had when I was 16 years old. A little bit of backstory. I was in a K-pop cover dance competition. That was also a TV show. So I got through in the semifinals in California. I was one of 4 groups chosen. Most of these are from when I was in Korea for a week doing that competition slash show. So without further ado, let's get into it. So while I was doing this competition, we had an afternoon where we were shooting at the hotel we were staying at. There was going to be a game show type thing that we were going to be doing. All the groups from the different countries were all grouped together. We were all dancing together, and G by Sonyeoshide comes on. As people are doing the dance for G, none other than Sonyeoshide walks into the room. People flipped out. It was Taeyeon, Tiffany, Jessica, Hyoyeon, Sunny, and Yuri. And we got to stand there for a little bit behind them while they were like introducing the show. And then we got to the game show bit. They divided people into teams according to like country. Then they each assigned the teams some Sonyeoshide members. My team, we had Tiffany and Taeyeon in our group. And so we were shooting. They would give us like these challenges, you know, whoever was the fastest to complete them or whoever could complete them or do the best. That's how it would go. So between takes, we were able to just chill and talk, and Tiffany was very talkative. It was fun. She was super chill. She was just hanging out with us, just making conversation, and I'm like, this is no big deal. I'm just having a conversation with Tiffany. Obviously, Taeyeon wasn't making as much conversation with us since Tiffany knows more English. Honestly, it was a long time ago. I can't remember exactly what we talked about. Everyone was very nice. Come to think of it, I think something that Tiffany was talking about, how Sunny was like overacting, like something funny would happen and she'd like burst out laughing, and Tiffany was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, we did the game show, we hung out, talked, and then they left. Good times. I also did end up seeing Tiffany and Yuri and the rest of Girls' Generation at the finale at the end of the week. Tiffany was one who was interviewing me during the actual competition on the stage in front of all these K-pop idols. So, Girls' Generation, yeah. On one of the days that we were in Korea, we were able to go see Music Core. We were like kind of late for it, I think, and we were just like up at the top sitting like on the stairs. But I mean, it's Music Core. You're not gonna complain about that type of thing. We were in the MBC building. I believe that it was the day that Infinite had just come back with Paradise. We got to watch like, you know, a bunch of the performances. After the show, our managers gathered us outside in the hallway, and we were like, oh, what's happening? Are we gonna be having a meet and greet with some stars or something? Like, what's going on? We were lined up outside, and I caught a glimpse inside. I saw the members of Infinite in their heavy eyeliner makeup and, you know, their Infinite Paradise Star clothing and everything. They're like leather straps and all that. So I got a glimpse of them and I started freaking out with my friend Halima, and our manager had to tell us to calm down. I was 16 at the time, okay? It was a very like emotional trip. So a couple of our groups took turns going in the room, taking pictures with them. The members were all lined up, and we were able to like go through the line, shaking their hands and like saying hi and stuff. I'm like, okay, I can't just do nothing. I gotta say something. And I remember that me and Sungjong have the same birthday. How do I convey this I just need to tell him. And so we were going through the line and I get to Sunjong. I'm like, same singing. And he's just like shaking my hand and nodding and smiling. That's Abby for you. It was very surreal seeing them in person. It was unexpected, but Jongwoo kind of had the most impact on me. He was very smiley, very kind. After that, I think he became my bias in that group. Then we all gathered around and took a picture together. My mom was there. My mom came to Korea with me and she was taking a picture, but my camera at the time was really stupid at where it would take a second to take the picture. So she took the picture and then she moved the camera and our group photographer moved in front of the way. And so just as he did that, the picture took. So there's this blurry picture. But our group photographer did get good pictures of us with Infinite. That was a good experience. Again, it was awkward for me, but it makes for an interesting story, I guess. Then one day we were scheduled to go to a dance studio and have a class, get our dances critiqued by this famous choreographer, dancer. The choreographer's name was Hong Young-ju. She was a popular choreographer, working with the stars and everything. We had just gotten off our tour bus and we were walking through the streets, just minding our own business. My friend Halima, she's next to me and this van is pulling by and she's like, I bet there's celebrities in there, can you imagine? And I was like, oh yeah, that would be so funny. And this van pulls up right next to us. Okay, what's going on here? The windows are all blacked out. You can't see anything inside. The person in the front seat rolls down the top window just this much. You can just see his eyes and nose. And I'm staring and I'm like, he looks so familiar. Who is that? It dawned on me just as he rolled down the window the rest of the way and yelled, "We are Beast!" And then the car drove off. It was Yosup from Beast, and Beast was in that van. And they totally trolled us. We shrieked, the entire group, involuntarily. The streets were just filled with screams. And that's how we got trolled by Beast. But we later met again during the competition, and I got to take a picture with Toojun and Dongwon. That's the time I met Beast, kind of. Alright, so I'm going to talk about Kevin Moo for a little bit. So Kevin, I kind of wish he was my big brother, and I very much appreciate him and look up to him. He's a role model. He has the voice of Sunshine embodied, except it's a voice, so it's not a body. If Sunshine had a voice, it would be Kevin Moo. His voice. Cutting to the chase. I have had a few very near experiences with Kevin. I have not directly met him. However, we have spoken to each other.
What?
My first interaction with Kevin was not quite an interaction. I sent in a drawing that I did of him for a contest that they had back when You Kiss came to New York City for a wonderful concert. And so my drawing ended up being one of the winners, and they showed it to Kevin, apparently, and he signed it, and it got sent back to me. So now I have a signed Kevin drawing of mine that I did. And then the first time I ever spoke to Kevin was actually on After School Club with my sisters. We were there for the group MYNAME. Now MYNAME is a totally different story, but we'll focus on Kevin for this moment. Eric Nam was there too. He was fun. I was extremely excited to get to talk to Kevin. However, I was there for MYNAME, so I didn't want to just be like, Kevin, I love you. But I did get to speak Korean to Kevin and Eric and freak them out. Kevin was shocked and Eric was shocked. Their jaws just dropped. Of course, Kevin was freaking sweet and Eric was nice. So that is the time that I got to talk to Kevin, and it was wonderful.
Hey, Abby. Hey, Abby.
The last time that I had a interaction with Kevin was when I was at KCON 2017. I basically went just to see Kevin because I couldn't afford tickets to the concert, and so I got there with my sisters just as Kevin's panel was starting. We just stood at the back because there weren't really any seats for us. And there was this Q&A going on where people had sent in questions earlier. I had sent in some questions and I was like, Oh my gosh, but what if he answers one of mine? As I was standing there, they're like, and here's a question from Abby Penn. And I was in the back and I was just like, oh, that's me. And he's like, oh, hi Abby.
Hey Abby.
And I was like, hi Kevin. The question that I had asked him was if he had any tips for people studying Korean. I think what he said was to listen to K-pop and watch K-dramas and like pay attention to the words. I don't have a video of this happening because I didn't anticipate it. That's the interactions that I've had so far in my life with Kevin. So onto MYNAME. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory in the video. I'll link that. I talked to MYNAME, showed Taejin a drawing that I did of him. Ganu got to sing a song for my sister because she loves him, and that was it. It was super fun. We stayed up until like 2 a.m. and we were just like so hyped. I couldn't have asked for a better after-school club experience. And now for my FX Miss A K-pop Coverdance festival experience. So I got to the festival and we did rehearsals, and there was like a room where all the contestants were and everything, and there was lots of contestants. And then I got called to the stage. I was waiting backstage for the performance before me. Behind me, I hear like a commotion, I don't know. And I turn around and there is Amber, Victoria, Min, and Suzy. I think my soul left my body for a moment. Just seeing someone usually on your screen, life-size, gorgeous. They were all beautiful. Victoria was freaking tall and she had like these giant heels on and she was just like a Barbie doll. I freaked out. And Amber's just like, hey guys, as she walks past just like casually, and I'm just like, hi. And so after that, it was my turn to go on stage and do my dance. I was dancing to Juliet by SHINee. And my translator slash the MC was Oh Sang-jin. He's an actor. He was on My Love from the Stars. I didn't know who he was at the time, but I'm very appreciative of him and I'm glad that I met him also. Oh Sang-jin. So I finished my dance. Oh Sang-jin's on stage with me. The girls are asking me questions and like talking in Korean, and he was translating for me. Amber said to me, you did a really good job. There were a lot of good details that you caught. I just about died. Suzy said I was pretty and asked if I had a boyfriend, and that was the thing. Victoria asked if I could do any other dances, and so I chose Ring Ding Dong, OG Abby dance. And so I started doing Ring Ding Dong, and Amber chimes in and she goes Ring Ding Dong, and everyone else joined in. And so I was doing Ring Ding Dong to these girls singing Ring Ding Dong for me. So I finished my dance. I got through to the finals where I would see if I got chosen to be in the actual finals in Korea. A couple hours later, we came back to the stage. All the remaining contestants were all lined up behind Suzy, Min, Amber, and Victoria. And so it was the closing of the program. Suzy, Min, and Amber all had announced who the finalists were to be moving on. And they hadn't picked me yet. I just kind of assumed that they weren't going to pick me. They're not gonna say Abby. They're not. Just live with it. And so Victoria, it was her turn. She was speaking in Korean. She's like, so the last person is, and I was just like holding my breath. And she goes, Abby. And she turns around and she pulls me forward. I started crying. I started bawling, actually. It was a very emotional experience. So I was just right next to her. She hugged me. And then as we were standing there and they were talking, doing announcing stuff and emceeing and all that, she kept looking down at me and she would be like, congratulations. And I was just like, thank you, Victoria. I think she just kind of saw me as this small thing and that needed to be comforted. So then, you know, the writers and people were talking, and then Amber explained that we needed to shoot another shot of like them handing us our tickets. And I'm like, I will do whatever you say. it looked as if everyone was like leaving the stage or something, and so I panicked and I was like, Amber, I have a drawing to give to you. And she's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. The finalists and the celebrities, the girls, were actually on stage for a little bit longer taking pictures and stuff, and then it was like actually the end, and so people were leaving. I hugged Victoria again because I could. I found Amber and I looked at her and she looked at me and we kind of had like this understanding, and so I was like, I'm right back, and so I ran back to backstage where I had prepared my drawing to give to her, grabbed it. It felt so dramatic. I was just like, here, and then she takes it and she looks at it and she's like, this is really good, I'm gonna hang this on my wall. Wow. And I was like, I still remember that. Whether she ever did that or not, I don't know if she, you know, still has that drawing or what, but those words, I'm gonna hang this on my wall, are all I need to get through my life. The end. That's it. They left. I was crying for another hour because it was my dream to go to Korea and to meet, you know, these celebrities that I had looked up to for so long. And here I was doing those things. I went, I had a great trip, met even more celebrities. At the ending program, there was actually like, I mean, there were tons of groups. There was, Sonia Shide was there, Beast, and Black. I got a picture with them Black. 4 Minute, Rania was there, Chocolate, a couple other groups, and B1A4. B1A4 is a story for another day. It's a very involved story. It's my personal favorite story. I'll make a video about that sometime soon. Comment, let me know what your favorite story was. If you have any questions about my interactions, ask me, or you can leave me a comment talking about a time that you've interacted with a K-pop star. And I'd love to hear your stories. When I first got into K-pop, I never in my wildest dreams actually imagined that I would really be able to meet and interact with these celebrities who, you know, were at the time were kind of my whole life. They were just, you know, inspiring me in my art, in my dancing, in my singing, in language learning, and I owe a lot to these people. I'm so grateful for the opportunities that I've had. If you ever think, you know, that you'll never get there, it's a lot easier these days. You know, there's a lot of meet and greets. Groups are coming to the United States more often. Don't give up. They are definitely just people, and majority of the time they are very nice. Good luck to anyone who is looking for those opportunities too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Let's do this.